Drop my top in the summer. No laces on these foam runners. Playing my numbers. Wavy got them things in bundles. Bodies knowing the game in trouble. No rain, no thunder. Really felt played by my uncle. I was broken, knew my time was coming. Boys know how I'm bumming. See swangers on Toyota Tundras. Got lions and tigers among us. Hope the fame and change don't take me under. Sometimes I wonder, all the acting tough, you just gon' die younger. Question everything, just how my mind functions. Twerking on my bed, let wavy slide under. Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I wonder if all else fails, I'm back up in that jungle. Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I wonder if all else fails, I'm right back in that jungle. Sometimes I... Yo.
Yo.
And we got a whole new outlook on, goddamn, man.
On what? What we talking about?
This goddamn NBA shit.
I mean, shit. It look shit. Nigga, the game changed now, nigga. Once with I'm done. I'm done watching NBA. When Bron retires, I'm gonna be hell no, I ain't gonna lie, cause I do like my Knicks and I do like my Timberwolves.
Damn,
I
so
like
what's up?
that.
So what's up with the Timberwolves, man? Why do you get rid of a Julius Randle and a cat?
Okay, so for one, the niggas got rid of Cat. That was some dumb. That was like some dumb shit. I don't know what the fuck them niggas was actually on. Um,
Facts.
I don't know what the whole purpose was of that. But they did. They got Julius Randle. I knew Julius wasn't gonna fit because that's lady, ain't that like fucking what's going on? I don't know. But yeah, so I don't understand about that situation. It will never, still won't ever make sense to me. Damn, they closed that hole down. Hold on, real quick, gang. Damn, I wanted to close that hole down. I can't even tell. But let me go back over there. I'm gonna swing over there, get me some wings from over there. Fuck that. But yeah, like I said, yeah, I didn't understand that. That shit was stupid. Like Julius, he did not really fit the dynamic of that team. That wasn't like the type of team that he needs to be on. Um, Now, as far as in giving up Julius Randle, y'all gave him up for nothing. They gave him up because of the performance that he had. You feel me? Like that was like the performance that he had where he disappeared in the in the playoffs and shit. Like they not trying to do all that. They trying to win now to keep Ant. So getting LaMelo Ball was a good fit. I think they should be good. I wouldn't go after nobody else, but they do have enough bread to go after Jalen Brown. So we'll see how that shit looks.
I think they gonna be. I think the Minnesota Timberwolves gonna be like the Dallas Cowboys next year, getting LaMelo Ball and signing whatever his name is, Abasanya. I'll be Abasanya, whatever his name is. I feel like that's three ball. That's three ball heavy guards. You know what I'm saying? Ant, LaMelo, and Abasanya. I think they're gonna definitely have to get some big men over there, but it's gonna be interesting to watch. LaMelo doing alley oops and Ant, you know what I'm saying, shooting from half court. It's definitely gonna be like the Cowboys of the NBA next year. Um, um, Giannis going to Miami. The Rockets needing to make a move. Do you think Jalen Brown is a tipping scale for the NBA this offseason?
Hold on, brother. Give me a second.
All right. Got Giannis in Miami. I think that's a good deal. I'm back watching my Miami Heat. You know what I'm saying? Giannis in Miami, that's a good look. Bringing over Portis Jr. with Giannis. That's gonna be a good look. You know what I'm saying? Bam, bam, go hold it down. But yeah, Jalen. So with Jalen Brown, is he gonna be the tipping scale for the NBA?
You want fries, right? Yeah, fries. You said what, brother?
Is Jalen Brown gonna be the tipping scale for the NBA this year?
Oh yeah. 2008 bitch. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, brother. Uh, and I'm gonna tell you why. Hold on, give me a second.
And then we counting. Mute out for me, Jalen. And then we counting. We ain't thinking about what LeBron. If LeBron go back to Miami, if LeBron go, mute out, Jalen.
My fault.
If LeBron go back to Miami, if LeBron go to to the Warriors, LeBron come to Houston. You know what I'm saying? Uh Lakers extended Austin Reeves. Maybe it's just me, but I don't think Austin Reeves is worth a super max. Maybe it's just me. I seen him in the playoffs this year shooting deep 3-pointers and looking like Steph Curry, but at the same time, I seen him getting pushed down to the ground. I seen him flopping like hell. I
But
seen him.
but you have to understand though, bro. For 186, yes, nigga. For that type of max deal, yes, 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 yes. For 4 years, yes, definitely, definitely. Death row 360 deal. Bring your ass up. Like what are we talking about?
What you mean?
I'm a, like the nigga extension wasn't even over $200. I mean, sorry, 200 million. You know what I'm saying? So, but Braun right now has the best. Appreciate you, my man. Braun has the best chance to damn near go anywhere that he want right now. Whether it be the Spurs, whether it be the Spurs, the Clippers, the Cavs, the Rockets. You get what I'm saying? Like he has the best chance because everybody's building a team. You know, bro. Regardless of what you say, bro, niggas say for LeBron to be over 40 years old, bro. Me personally, bro,
He's still a threat.
he's still a threat. And then what's gonna fuck up is like now, nigga, if he goes and this is another thing, LeBron shot damn near like he was like top like top 10 like from three, if I'm not mistaken. So, but niggas keep forgetting LeBron is still LeBron. That you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might not be as athletic, but bitch, you still strong. You still got a mind. He go to the Warriors, and if they do that shit that they was doing in the fucking Olympics, man, they washing all them niggas. That's gonna be hard to guard. And then say like LeBron go to Miami on a vet deal. You know what I'm saying? On a vet 15, 20 mil, 30 mil for 2 years, whatever. They still got enough to get Klay Thompson. So I got a sharpshooter. I got two big men I don't got to worry about, and I got to just play point. Come on, man.
Yeah, look, it's definitely looking
It's
good for
definitely looking
LeBron.
good for LeBron to get his fifth ring this year.
Right.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you this right here. Because, bitch, if they trade, because I know what Brian doing, bro. Brian waiting to see if the Celtics going to trade Evan Mobley for Jaylen Brown. You know what I'm saying? That's what they waiting. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he's waiting on. He trying to see if they going to get Jaylen Brown. And if they, he going.
Who you think got the better chance to get LeBron, Cleveland or Miami?
I'm going to tell you again, bro. It's the Clippers or the Spurs.
I don't think LeBron going to any of them teams, bro.
Because he's not going back to Miami, bro. He's not going back to Miami under Pat, you know what I'm saying? Like under Pat Riley. He's not going back, bro. He's not
Oh,
going back.
okay.
He's not going back. You know what I'm saying? That already put a bad taste in his mouth. He's not going back. So so the ideal thing is him to go to Cleveland. But nigga, don't be surprised if Curry fucking leave and go to Cleveland too.
What?
He
Man,
gonna
Jalen, what do you be watching, man?
man
But
look,
go ahead.
You gotta understand, bro. This is the NBA, bro. The NBA has you never know during these times, bro, what the NBA is capable of, bro. Like,
You there? I can't hear you. You there? What say Steph Curry leave and go to Cleveland? Man, Steph ain't going nowhere. Steph ain't going nowhere. LeBron to go to Golden State though. Kids already like California. You know what I'm saying? I think the order. All right, here you go. Go ahead, Jalen. You there, Jalen? I think the order of things. I think LeBron. I think LeBron will go. I think Cleveland and Miami is 1-1. I think Cleveland and Miami, he got a 50-50 chance of going to Cleveland and Miami. When you factor in Golden State, I think Golden State come third. What would I like to see? What would I like to see Bron at? I don't see LeBron going to the Spurs. I could see LeBron going to Detroit. I could see LeBron going to Detroit, or I could see Jalen Brown.
I can definitely see that. I can definitely see that. Or Jalen Brown going to Detroit, and bitch, he go to Detroit. The wait, man, look, man, look, cause that's all K need is somebody else to scope.
Right, right.
They can put that pressure. Like same thing with Ant. Getting LaMelo, bro, nigga, that's taking, you know what I'm saying? Like now you got a dominant ball handler. Not only that, the nigga 6'8", 6'7". That can shoot. That's gonna open up so much for you because now we gotta pick and choose who, you know what I'm saying? They may fuck around and be the best backcourt nigga that we seen in a while. Because why? Because you gotta shoot past point guard and you gotta slash, you know what I'm saying, high flying, you know what I'm saying, like acrobatic shooting guard. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Nigga, what we seen, nigga, is like nigga, what we about to see, bro, is like damn near like Steve Nash fucking with a Dwayne Wade. We not gonna know what them niggas are not. They not gonna know what to do, bro. And then you got the shooting guard shooting damn near 40% from three. You know what I'm saying? You got a point guard that you know what I'm saying. That then come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, it's too much firepower. Then you got Jaden McDaniels, who can give you a cool, solid 18. All they need is just a solid another big man to help Rudy. That's it. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. Robert, what's that nigga name? Robert Williams, that the dude from Portland. That's about to be a free agent. Man, look. But then they also saying Jalen Brown may go to the Timberwolves,
Yeah, we the whole league on Jalen Brown watch alert.
bro. Cause niggas know how good that nigga is, bro. Niggas know how good that nigga is, bro.
Gotta. I see. Oh yeah, we gotta talk about this. I see. I see the OKC just drafted a 7'3",
Nigga
260
ass,
pound
ass. He's not gonna do nothing with Wemby. No. No, he's not mobile. He's a terrible perimeter defender. Now, on the inside, yes, but He's not gonna stop Wemby, bro. You know what I'm saying? Him and Chet are going to have to team up to keep that nigga. You feel me?
All right. This what we gotta. This the topic. This what everybody not talking about. Should the Rockets just hope for running back with everybody healthy? Don't make
No.
no moves.
I mean, me personally, bro, I'm giving up Jabari. I'm giving up Jabari. Go find me a solid ass, nice, a solid young power forward.
All right, look. Would you do this? Would you trade Jabari Smith, Amon Thompson, and Alperen Sengun and 3 first-round picks for Jalen Brown?
Fuck no. He's not even worth that much. For one, why the fuck would I give up a man Thompson when he can do the exact same thing Jalen Brown can do?
Oh, look, you,
Like, come
you
on.
saying Jalen Brown not worth that much?
He's not worth all that, bro.
Ah,
He's not worth all that. Now, bitch, I'll give you Sengun in a first round. Yes. Yes. But he's not worth that, my nigga. He's not
Jalen
worth all.
Brown?
He's not worth that, bro. Not no fucking Amin Thompson in Sengun. I'll give Sengun in maybe one first round and 2 second-round draft picks. But I'm not giving up a man, bro. I can't give up a nigga who is the focal point of my defense. I can't. I
Damn.
can't. I
I
can't, bro.
definitely, I definitely think the Rockets got the better Thompson twin, but they both can't shoot a three. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Brown can shoot the three. We see
Jalen
Sengun
Brown,
is a
okay, but that's
flopping.
they can't shoot the three because they're not allowed to shoot the three.
Who?
They're not allowed to shoot like that. Them niggas, like I said, bro, niggas
Who?
shooting niggas. The twins, bro,
Oh,
nigga.
that's
How can you
Cal.
how can you say you allowed to shoot when you only able to shoot about 3 to 4 threes a game?
What that? So and when you get the ball and teams is like 5 feet away from you and you behind the three and you don't take the shot, but I seen both of them do this. So it's not a. I wouldn't. I say this. Almond Thompson is better than Asar Thompson,
I'm gonna tell you
but
like this. I'm gonna say it like this. Them niggas are not about to stay. Them niggas are cooking something up. They trying to get somewhere where they can play on the same team with each other. I promise you. Give it by next year. When them contracts are up, them niggas leaving.
so
Them niggas gonna leave.
you think Asar? I mean, you think Almond Thompson is on the same level as Jalen Brown?
I'm not saying that he's on the
Hold
same
up,
yet
hold up.
as Jalen Brown.
Listen. Hold up. Potentially.
Amin Thompson and Asar, bro, are going to be all-stars in this league. They're going to be all-stars in this league, my nigga. There's that you can't get around this shit, bro. You can't get it. Niggas keep forgetting, bro, that these niggas are also point guards and
We
small
talking
forwards.
about Jalen Brown, gang.
My nigga, I'm not giving up, bro. I will give up Sengun. But again, and on some real shit, nigga, bitch, I'll give a fucking Jabari Parker with Sengun to give me Jalen Brown. But I'm not giving up on men. And the reason why is because, bro, you're a two-way player. I need you, bro. I need a nigga that's gonna play defense along with Jalen Brown so he don't gotta do all the work because we know KD's not gonna do it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, our man definitely is a tall one. He definitely a tall point guard.
And then and that's another thing. And see, that's my saying, bro. So now I got a man at the 1, Jalen Brown at the 2, KD at the 3, or KD at the 2, Jalen Brown at the 3. You know what I'm saying? Like again, I will give up Sengun. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't want to give him up. If I would have like I'll give up Sengun Jabbar for Jalen Brown. I would. I wouldn't want to. You know what I'm saying? Now I would give up 4 first-round draft picks, two second rounds, and Jabari Parker for Jalen Brown. Yes, definitely, definitely. league.
Jabari Smith.
You said what?
Jabari Smith.
Yeah, I'm giving up. I'm giving that nigga up.
Man, I look at Sengun like he's good, but we in win now mode. We in win now mode. We don't got time for mute that for me, Jalen.
You said what?
Mute that for me. Mute that for me. The Rockets are in win now mode. We seeing Sengun getting better year after year, but I don't think I don't think we need to watch a player develop into a legend. I think if the Rockets can get off Sengun for Jaylen Brown, and if you gotta add a Jabari Smith or Amin Thompson to make that trade go through, I'm sending all three of their ass for Jaylen Brown. Go ahead, Jalen. And I give you a couple picks.
Man, picks, bitch. Like I said, if I gotta give man, I need two. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you Sengun and Jabari Parker, my nigga, like something that you need. I'm not giving you no first rounds, gang. No, you're not getting none of that off me. No, bro, you're not getting that, nigga. After seeing, hold on, after seeing how OKC are still not done with the Paul George deal. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. No, sorry. No, I'm not doing that, bro. No, no, I'm doing it. Like I said, I'm giving you two players that y'all really need for a player that we do need. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a win-win situation for y'all. Y'all get a power forward and a center, a slashing power forward that can stretch, and a fucking center that can fucking side and pass. You know what I'm saying, nigga? I'm giving y'all another Jokic.
Hey, the Celtics. Hey, the Celtics with that little white. Hold on, mute that for me, Jalen. The Celtics with that little white point guard, last name start with an S, that long last name, with him, Jason Tatum, Jabari Smith, Alperen Sengun, and then Kristaps Porzingis. That's a nice five for Boston. That's a nice ass five, Jalen.
And that's what I'm saying, cuz, like, bro, nigga, I'm giving you Sengun who can play the power forward, right? High-low action with him and Porzingis is going to be crazy. Then I got Jabari Parker. If y'all want to move that nigga to the three, cool, move that nigga to the three. But if not, take him off the bench. But the fact that I'm giving y'all something, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I wouldn't do, like I say, if I give up draft picks, like I say, I'm giving you Jabari Smith and three draft picks, first rounds. I give you that for Jaylen Brown, but I'm not giving you, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's me. I wouldn't give up no fucking Sengun. Yeah, I give a Sengun, nigga, it's a straight out. I'm giving you a power forward center. Y'all giving me a shooting guard small forward. We win. I'm not giving y'all.
Look though, hold up. How can you say Jaylen Brown not worth it? Go ahead.
My nigga, I'm not saying that he's not worth it, my nigga. But I'm not giving you all, you know what I'm saying? I'm not giving you all these first rounds, bro. Y'all not about to fuck me the way OKC fuck the Clippers. Like, no! No, bro. No, my nigga. Like, no.
You saying Philadelphia got over OKC?
No, I'm talking about the Clippers and OKC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When they gave up Paul George, and the Clippers gave up Shea Alexander and the first draft pick in 2026. Like, come on, bro. Like, man, look.
the OKC ended up getting they got Shea Gildas Alexander, they got Shet, and I think that third player was Williams or they got somebody else with a or was it this year? Was it their first round this year? Okay, OKC definitely had to ship that shit out.
Them niggas had the first round draft pick, bro, over the last 5 years. They got one more. You feel me? So if the Clippers become ass again, and them niggas get the chance to get the number one draft pick, guess what happens? OKC gets that. You doing it right?
Say it again.
I said that if they get the what you call me shit. Real quick. Give me a second. I gotta drop my wheel, driving my Walmart.
You said if the
But I'm
Clippers
saying,
crash again,
if the Clippers become trash again, right? And because technically the Clippers was supposed to have 2 first round draft picks. You feel me? Now, when it goes like that, my nigga, depending on the draft pick is what you get. You feel me? The Clippers gave them a first round first pick or some shit if they get it. You know what I'm saying? So go, bitch. What are you doing? Bitch, you said, bro, be tripping. You know what?
hey Jalen, hey, come out and come back in. Your audio doing the robot. Yeah, man. Y'all see how it's going. Y'all see how we doing. You know what I'm saying? NBA looking crazy. Everybody going everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We trying to see what LeBron go do. We trying to see what Jaylen Brown go do. We trying to see what everybody gonna do. We definitely gonna come to an understanding and get it together. I think one of the elders want me to call him. So let me call one of the elders. Get one of the elders on the phone. Hey, my boy Charles go say, I'm drunk, Wavy. I'm drunk. I can't talk right now. I'm drunk.
Hello?
Yo,
Man, it's still doing it. Hey, bro, I'm gonna call you whenever I get to the house with my laptop.
I bet.
Yeah.
Bet. Uncle Tahuti was goody. Uncle Tahuti was goody. Getting to the business. All right, man, you know we got Uncle Reggie versus Jabari coming up. I think Uncle Reggie is ready. I think Uncle Jabari is ready. I think this gonna be one for the ages, gang. It's gonna be one where everybody go have to have a pen and pad because it's going down like it never had been. You know what I'm saying? I got the Muslims on the way, Jesus lover. Come holler at me. I got the Muslims on the way. Come holler at me, Jesus lover. I heard DMG, Uncle DMG hit me up. He said him and A1, they at peace. You know what I'm saying? So we could look for more work with the gang. You know what I'm saying? Round table shit. You know what I'm saying? And we definitely gonna make it happen. A Bibi Toomey, Uncle Tahuti, where the Muslims at. They on the way, man. I just sent the link to Dawood. We're gonna get Dawood up in here, man. Dawood has been I think Dawood been running from me again. Oh damn, hold up. Let me send Dawood the link right now. I ain't send Dawood the link. I sent that boy Jesse that link though. Let me send Dawood the link real quick. You know what time it is? Happy Friday. Like and subscribe. We is live. Let me send Dawood the link. All right. I got Dawood out the way. But nah, man. I was supposed to me and Uncle Reggie, man. Uncle Reggie, he wanna do a show, you know what I'm saying, before his upcoming debate. I told Uncle Reggie it's going down, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a heavy fight with him and Jabari. That's gonna be one for the ages. Y'all gonna have to Shouts out Uncle Sanetta for putting it together. Y'all gonna definitely have to be in the building or catch that shit, man, cause it is going down, man. Let me see what let me see. Let me give one of the elders a call real quick. You know, you gotta tap in with your elders, you know what I'm saying, on a weekly basis, monthly basis. At least once a month. You know what I'm talking about? All right. You might be on top of somebody's roof right now. Speaking of the roof, man. Let me see who I need to give a call to. Who's on the hotline? Who's on the hotline? Oh no, you gotta get on this phone, gang. We ain't playing. We ain't doing no. We ain't doing no. We ain't doing no shooing. No, we ain't doing no texting. You gotta call. You gotta call me back when you see it. You gotta get it. Let me call the homie real quick. I definitely get him on the show. Oh yeah, I forgot Marcus was a Muslim, man. Gotta get Marcus on the show. Matter of fact, let's give Marcus a call because he been running. You gotta come up here and defend this goddamn Allah that you proclaiming, brother. You gotta come to defend Allah, brother. It's only right, brother. You gotta come defend Allah, brother. It's only right, brother. Marcus. Hey man, I got the Christians up in here, man. They saying the Muslims is not ready, man. I just sent you the link, brother. Come holler at me. I sent you the link. Come holler at me. You hear me? I said I sent you the link. Come holler at me. Yeah. All right, Jesus lover. You asked Jesus lover. I got a black Muslim on the way, Jesus lover. You asked for this shit. Bring your ass up here, Jesus lover. You asked for this shit. Y'all see what the hell going on. All right, let me see what I want to share my screen and show. Let's go to Google and let's check out All right. So this for the goofies. This for the goofies with the koofies. Go accept that. All right, let me share my screen. All right. Eurocentrism. Eurocentrism. We had Science Direct. You know what I'm talking about? Eurocentrism has been variously defined as an attitude, conceptual apparatus, or set of empirical beliefs that frame Europe as the primary engine and architect of world history, the bearer of universal values and reason, and of pinnacles, and therefore a model of progress and development. In Eurocentric narratives, the superiority of Europe is evident in its achievements in economic and political systems, technologies, and the and the high quality of life enjoyed by its societies. Eurocentrism is more than banal ethnocentric prejudice, however, as it is intimately tied to indeed constituted in the violence of asymmetry of colonial and imperial encounters. Eurocentrism is what makes this violence not only possible, but also acceptable and justifiable. As such, Eurocentrism is the condition of possibility of Orientalism, the discursive and institutional grid of power and knowledge integral to the production and domination of the Orient as other. Hey man, say man. Hey man, say man. Y'all know what's going on, man. We ain't even gotta play with these people. Y'all know what's going on, man. So when you hear these brothers, oh no, science started in the 1600s. Brother, science started in the 1700s, brother. Oh no, brother. You got to. Can I see more? All right. People the world over counter Eurocentric images, attitudes, categories, and stories every day, whether glaringly obvious or mundane and unremarkable. Eurocentric expressions constitute the texture of daily life for many people. Indeed, it is difficult to encounter an area of socioeconomic and political life that has escaped its hold. Like a drug, man. You niggas on Eurocentrism like a drug. You niggas brain have been hardwired to think white like a drug, nigga. Nigga. All right, we got Marcus. Hey, we got Marcus in the building. Jesus lover. Bring your ass
Super
up here.
wavy, what up?
What's up, boss? Hey, Jesus lover.
Chilling.
Chris, Jesus lover. You asked for a Muslim. Now we got one up here. My bad, Uncle Tahuti. I ain't even see you. Now we got one up here, Jesus lover. So get your ass up here. Hey, Marcus, man, they calling you
What I
out.
walk in on?
I had to I'm giving the backstory for what's to come. But before I started sharing my screen, the Muslims was like, the Christians was like, where the Muslims at? So I put that back signal in the sky. Don't go nowhere, they on the way. All right, Uncle Marcus.
What they trying to?
He just want to have a discourse about the Bible and the Quran. He's an African Christian.
Yeah, but if he not trying to convert, then what the hell is he?
I don't think he trying to convert you. I don't think he would say that. I think he just want to build on the scriptures.
Oh, okay.
And I hope you're not trying to convert nobody either, brother. Nah, I'm fucking with you, Marcus. Uncle Tahuti, what's goody? Don't go
Hotel.
nowhere,
Am I
Marcus.
echoing?
Nah, you good, boss.
All right, good.
Yeah, you echoing, but you good. Go ahead.
Nah, so what is this? This a Muslim versus non-Muslim thing?
It's Freestyle Friday, you know what I'm saying? So the topic could change depending on the range. You know what I'm saying?
Go back to Eurocentrism
Let's
since I got somebody in the
let's
back
rock
chat
out.
trolling her and harassing and antagonizing.
Let's rock out, Uncle Tahuti.
So what type of Christian
Yeah,
are you?
hey, what?
You talking to Tahuti?
Yeah. I
Marcus?
just want to ask you what.
A non-Christian. Well, I'm probably one of the most non-Christian dudes you ever came across, man.
Oh, so you don't believe
But
Jesus
hey,
died for your
why were you
sins and
super
all that?
wavy? Why were you? Nah, man.
Nah, hey, Marcus, he on the way. He on the way, Marcus.
Oh,
He on the way, Marcus. Go ahead, Uncle
But
Tahuti.
just like you said, Eurocentrism is a drug, man. You see how it's got people acting. They think AI is right about everything. What else? They think NASA is the best and most honest agency
hey, my
they ever
little
came
homegirl
across.
trying to. I'm sorry, brother. I'm, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead, Marcus. What you about to say?
Oh,
Your
my little
homegirl?
homegirl trying to get in on the. She trying to get in the room, but I don't know how all this stuff works.
Send her the
She gonna
link.
need to download. Oh, the one you
Nah,
sent me.
nah. Just send her the link I sent you. Hey, Jesus lover. This the
Okay.
Muslim I got for you. Come on, Jesus lover. Stop running. Come on, Jesus lover. Stop running. Hey, yeah, Marcus, just send her the link. Just send her the link, Marcus. Jesus lover, stop running. All right, Uncle Tahuti.
But yeah, like I was saying, um, that's crazy. You got science enthusiasts, people thinking they scientifically literate, all because they just follow and have an affinity for academics as far as
All
Europe is
because they
concerned.
read a book.
Right. Oh, just one book, a European book too. And speaking of books, I think I brought it up on here again. They love, or Bobby Westernized loves, The Death of Expertise by Tom Nichols. You know who Tom Nichols is? It's a Tom Nichols is a right wing think tank, bro. That means he is the brains behind conservative right wing politics and strategies. That's the quote unquote expert or scholar that Bobby West is boasting about. That's crazy work, ain't it?
Hey, I just heard Uncle said, I think he going that AI too. Cause I guess they tried to revert spin move on him with the AI. So Uncle said he just said somebody asked some Sabio just asked Uncle Said a question 20 minutes ago. He live right now. Sabio asked Uncle Said, when AI is doing the dot dot dot, is AI thinking? Uncle says no. AI is not thinking. AI is calculating and computing the information to put it together that's already there to give it to spit it back at you at basically an instant time frame. I'm summarizing what Uncle said, but that's basically what he said. You know what I'm saying? So I see AI going at, I mean not AI, I'm tripping. I see A1 going at Uncle said and Nick, you know what I'm saying? So I think, you know what I'm saying, a lot of these conversations is coming uh, when you use AI for a conversation, you know what I'm saying? It might help you, it might not. But to use AI like AI is God, to use AI like AI is a first hand source, you know what I'm saying? Then you playing with yourself. To even use AI to make it think for you, to use AI for common sense, you feeling?
Right. I caught AI making so many mistakes because I'm doing presentations right now, and I need infographics on the fly. I can't make my graphics all by myself. You know what I mean? I need them on the fly because I need a live stream every 3 to 4 days. So I need those on the fly. But long story short, I caught it making a lot of mistakes. I caught it lying about an author. So I had to go back and
You
check
called it
that.
you called it lying about Diop.
Yeah, I caught it lying about check enter joke. What else? Um, there's a lot of things that it doesn't know. Like when I was doing my presentation about the Dendura light, it was real adamant about telling me, "Oh, there's a lack of evidence. There's a lack of evidence." But then when I shared the experimentation, it act like it didn't know what the experimentation was, and then suddenly it knew what it was when I brought it up. And another thing too is the way you know it's European is it doesn't respect um well it does not say respect, but it doesn't have African epistemology built into it. Like you have to go back and forth with it just for it to acknowledge that the Great Sphinx is more than what they say it is.
And you will have people, me personally, you would never hear me. We got Unc on record. We got Uncle Bobby Westernized on record saying he got Magi DNA in his blood. You got Uncle Bobby Westernized on record saying we got Magi, he got Magi Archer DNA in his blood. You got him on record saying this. He's saying his DNA test update every day. He say the DNA test company he got, it updates every day. And he has Magi Archer blood, I mean DNA in his blood. So he's a Magi Archer. You have Unc on YouTube saying this live. We clipped his ass. What I'm saying, you will never hear a person that bigs up Egypt, a person that bigs up Kemet. You would never hear them say, I'm an Egyptian. You would never hear them say, yo, I'm an Egyptian. No, you would always hear them say, you can't count, you can't count on no white people to tell us what we is or what we ain't. We know the connections. We're not gonna say, hey, I'm a direct ancient Egyptian. Hey, I'm a direct Egyptian. No, we just saying those were African and we are African. That's all we saying. Those, that's it.
Exactly. Exactly. And like it's kind of disingenuous to say that African Americans have no connection to the Committee U, but then go back and say I have May blood flowing through my veins. That's how you know they gatekeeping. When they say stuff like that, that's a telltale sign to let you know that they gatekeeping and they trying to be disruptive because they don't want things to get past where they should have pushed it.
Mm. You can't hold Theophilo Banger's tie. You can't hold Theophilo Banger's tie. You can't hold Diop's shoes. Nigga, better yet, his socks. So you call me out on Sanetta, we gonna debate. We definitely gonna debate. I'm gonna pop your top. Did science start in Africa? That's gonna be the topic. I'm putting it on record right now in case you try to flim flam in front of the people. Did science start in Africa? That's gonna be the topic.
What's the date on that?
It's gonna be sometime next month, but we're gonna have a conversation probably in a couple days on Sanetta for sure.
Good, man. That's what's up.
I got all.
Somebody need to smash him.
Hey, this the difference. This the difference. I got all my elders behind me, and when I say all my elders, you one of my elders, cause I got old video of you saying everything that I'm talking about. You just flip flop for $1. Maybe you getting paid by Israel or something going on right now. I don't know. I don't know. If you getting extorted, wink twice. I don't know. But I got you saying for 2 years, 3 years plus everything that you already gonna hear. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't, don't give me this revelation. Oh no, I just found out that European knowledge is better than our knowledge and everything gotta go through them. No, nigga. No, nigga. No, nigga. I'm gonna use you against you, nigga. I'm gonna use you against you.
You should put money on the line, cause you take his money, then he'll really shut up. And that's what I be trying to tell people, man. Like, for starters, I don't debate because a lot of the topics, once again, they've been had over and over again and won decisively. Abrahamics are like 0 and 10 in debating, and if they ever won a debate, it was only because they debated another Abrahamic. But like,
You got
if there's money on the line,
a Muslim right here in the cut, so you might not want to talk about Abrahamics too bad. You got a Muslim right here in the cut.
gotcha. But yeah, like if you put money on the line, then it's more meaningful. You can actually get people to participate. Like you don't have to be notable to get money. Like if people wanna, if there's a topic that needs to be addressed, like put some money on the line.
Then the crazy thing is you pushing hard. You pushing hard to say that science started with the scientific revolution in the 1800s, 1700s. You pushing hard for that. You saying everything that all the science that was going on in Africa and Mesopotamia, Saudi Arabia, you saying all of that was pre-science, proto-science. Like, let's not be so dumb. Let's not be so dumb to think, look, this how I'm gonna break it down for the people. No matter what you call it, you got a female that gave birth to you. No matter what you call it, you got a female that gave birth to you. Now, when we talk about science, no matter what you call it, you have people doing calculations, approximations, and creating a way to improve life. No matter what you call it. No matter what you call it. So no matter what you call it, a female gave birth to you, we call it a mother. But no matter what you call it, our ancient ancestors had ways to improve their daily life and was accurate. No matter what you call it. Let's not cry, oh, science was coined in the 1900s. We ain't doing all that. You know what the definition is, nigga. Come here.
Either way, science was coined after the French got up in them temples and discovered and created Egyptology. So even if he wants to start science there, it still goes back to Kim. And that's why I say debating these people is pointless because they only gonna shoot themselves in the foot or just end up disagreeing to agree.
When you hear the elders from, when you hear the African ancestors from West Africa, the Congo, they tell you Egypt is not an extension of Africa. Egypt is not an extension of Africa. Egypt is the goddamn the blossoming, the end of the flower. Egypt is the goddamn end of the flower. So you gotta go in and see what the roots is about. You gotta go see what a mastaba is. Before you get to a pyramid, you gotta go see what a mastaba is. See, that's what be wrong with these old niggas. See, I'm gonna beat up with Know what I'm saying? See, we ain't playing no games. You call me out on Uncle Sanetta, you know what I'm saying? You know Uncle Sanetta, that's what's that boxing promoter?
Don King. I was thinking about that the other day, man.
That's Don
That's
King.
who you talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Don King. Side netter is Don King, man. I was definitely thinking about that the other day. And just like he got the voice and everything. He could actually, and you know what I was thinking about? I told somebody in the back chat, I said, like, you bothering me so much, we might as well just do a content creator boxing match. You know what I'm saying? Like these people be harassing people about ancient Egypt and Kemet so much. And even just if you unapologetically African, you get harassed so much that you might as well have a content creator or a back chat boxing match
Mm,
and live stream it
mm.
and see if people watch it. You know what
I
I
heard
mean? Now
go ahead.
see people
Go.
will be interested in and they'll be running as well because they not really serious about things. They just here to be disruptive, here to gain a following because they know people always gonna want to go the opposite way instead of the right way.
Y'all heard Uncle Tahuti. Y'all heard Uncle Tahuti. I heard Jabari say something flop. Reggie was like, "Hey yo, where you at? Hey yo, where you at? I can see you right now. Hey yo, where you at?" I was like, "Ah, damn." And then the debate is in person. Uncle Reggie and Uncle Jabari is debating in person. I could see Uncle Reggie trying to slap Jabari for $500. I could see that. I'd take that bet. I'd take the over.
Yeah, because you got a lot of theatrics already, but you put more theatrics into it when it's personal. And people got personal beefs for any old thing within, you know what I'm saying? Our people we gotta get past that because we'll have a personal grievance with somebody over the most trivial things. But then when it comes to people that's outside of the black race, we give them so many chances. We always nice and cordial with them. You know how it is, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All right, man. Let me get Uncle E5 up in here because y'all gotta have that conversation, man. Let me get Uncle. I forgot all about that. Let me get E5 in here, man. Uncle Tahuti is saying E5 is a double agent. We gotta hash this right now.
Yeah, man. I don't know what his problem is. I think he just I don't know. I think he just living in the shadow of the pseudo killers and Bobby Westernized. I think he got a close relationship with Bobby, so he take it personal when I dismantle him and stuff like that. But we got to get past that, man. Scholarship over friendship, not friendship over scholarship.
Ah, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here first. Uncle E5. I just sent you the link. You got Tahuti in here, so you can't say Tahuti running. Tahuti is definitely up in here. So let's to get back to the Eurocentrism. Um, you basically gotta deny everything that your people ever done. And when you brought up the point of saying they have to do the work, we expecting motherfuckers to go to the Congo, go to Nigeria, go to South Africa, and do these compelling tests and DNA analysis and all of this stuff for us to be right when they ain't even did the work yet. So imagine you being on one side of the argument, trying to make an argument when the crackers ain't even did the work for the other side of the argument to be right. That's why when I hear niggas say, "Oh no, them mixed people, they've been in North Africa 35,000, 70,000 years." I don't know. Ah, yes, it's more than one way to be African, but you're not about to tell me an Arab is an African. An Arab is an indigenous African. DNA don't even agree with you. And if DNA did agree with you, I tell you, fuck the DNA. That's not an African. You're not about to. And when I think that was I can't remember who it was. Maybe it been Obanga said it's more than one ways to be African. Yeah, but that give these Arab centric and Eurocentric uh motherfuckers the chance to say, see, it's more than one way to be African. You could be an Arab. The North Africans there, they still, brother. No, we know what a goddamn Arabian Peninsula motherfucker. We know what a goddamn Indo-European look like.
I hear you on that, man. And like the new standard too is they want you to know meta nature. If you don't know meta nature, you can't teach about Kemet.
Ah,
And then my thing is I don't even deal with DNA because there's so many ways to prove identity without making use of DNA. And then they won't even let us have Carthage either. So Canaanite Carthage was burnt down, and the only remaining history of Canaanite Carthage is what the Greeks and the Romans document about it. So tomorrow I'm going live and going over um, Canaanite Carthage, and I'm going to reconstruct some elites from Canaanite Carthage. But yeah, it's interesting that you say that about Eurocentrism and the fact that they just don't want us to have North Africa because they want us to think that even Carthage was um was either European or Arab. So now we can't have Kemet, and now we can't have Carthage either. So it's like we know they running game at this point.
I definitely got to do more research on Carthage, so I'll be paying attention to your presentation for sure. I don't think it's far fetched that Africans owned and occupied land outside of Africa, like the Saudi Arabian Peninsula or the Arabian Peninsula, modern day Gaza, those little small spots right close to Egypt. I don't think it's far fetched, or even um, would it be Yemen or those spots right across the corridor from Ethiopia. I don't think it's far fetched that where Axum was at. I don't think it's far fetched that these African empires spread it outside of Africa and ruled there. I don't think that's far fetched. I think once we start getting to time periods, though, you know what I'm saying. I think once we start getting to the time periods, that's when it that's when it become dicey. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Chronology is like one of the biggest thorns in a pseudo's back because they want, and especially if you revising identity, you definitely don't want to consider chronology because chronology is the superior uh how do I want to say it, standard of truth when it comes to identity because we know what happened at what time. So if you have another group of people coming after the Middle Babylonian period, and you have Neo Assyrians and all these other new groups coming in, we know that's distinct from what was back then. And then even now, and it's just foolish the way they treat us. And our lack of unity is why they do this. But you watch soccer and you see Egypt being represented by Arabs. And we know that they're not native to the land because the nation is called the Arab Republic of Egypt. It's not just called Egypt. It's not called Kemet. It's called the Arab Republic of Egypt. So you know that there's foreigners there. If you going back to the land that you was on and the people who were there are still there, you would name your city New Kemet or something like that. But it's called the Arab Republic of Egypt. So case closed on that.
Hey, and you gotta think about it like this. You gotta think about it like this. What other people, what other people are going back and digging up people from 2,000 years old? They ancestors. What other people is going back and saying, hey, let's go here and dig this up. These are our ancestors from two. What other people is doing that? You only doing that when you didn't know that was there. So when you see on the news or on these websites, 50 people surrounded this sarcophagus, 50 people surrounded this tomb saying, oh, it was wrapped perfectly. It was wrapped so perfectly. That's because that ain't y'all shit. That ain't y'all shit. That's why it's 50 people. That's why y'all even doing this. That's why y'all even excavating. Cause that ain't y'all shit. Y'all trying to uncover other people's shit.
Right. I don't know if you ever watched Indiana Jones and Laura Croft Tomb Raider, but they tell you what they doing in the movies. I tell people that all the time. I stopped watching new movies because you actually supporting the propaganda. I broke that. I broke that promise when the Black Panther came out, so I had to go back to the movies just to see that. But other than that, I tell people all the time, no, you can pay attention to movies without supporting them. You know what the predictive programming is. You know what they're trying to tell you, and that's um, including matters that's outside of history and culture and race. They tell you what they doing in geopolitics too in movies. So I mean, it's not you know far fetched for them to like lay out their plans. I tell people it's like this all the time. If you getting beat so bad, the opposing team will show you their playbook, or they will just run the same play over and over again until you stop them. That's what they doing with us. They beating us so bad that they running the play over and over again. They telling us what they doing, and they just still going about their business. That's crazy work, man. That's crazy work.
All right. So let's check this out. All right. Stories about history and human development are prime sites of Eurocentrism in action. Murals gracing the halls of many a governing body in white settler societies are especially obvious examples. So when it says stories about history and human development are prime sites of Eurocentrism in action, let's look at this word Eurocentrism like a roach. We saying it's an infestation, right? So we saying let's look at Eurocentrism like a roach. All right, let's go. Stories about history and human development are prime sites of roaches in action.
Dang, man, that's deep. That too. I want you to pay attention to storytelling as well. Guess who was the first storytellers when it comes to making stuff up? science fiction, fantasy type things. The Greeks. So
Uh,
they pretty much telling you with that sentence that a hallmark of being European is telling stories like the Greeks. You tell stories to shape the reality of history, culture, and so on and so forth.
so look, this for the people that's probably wondering, you know what I'm saying, what's going on right now, where we at this point. My whole what I want everybody that's black to understand is hearing a black person say Afrocentric, you are Afrocentric, or downgrading the word Afrocentric or blackology or blackologist or blackcentric, hearing another black person downgrade those words, that is like a person of your color bigging up the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing else we wanna be besides Afrocentric or blackologist and all of that. That's all you would want to be as a black person. You wouldn't want to get your information from nowhere else.
You know what the other label is that they using?
Go ahead.
They using hyperdiffusionism. They telling us that because or if we teach that Kemet influence civilization spanning from, the basic needs all the way up to the sciences to the arts. They're calling that hyperdiffusionism when it's not. So we gotta stop that. We misnaming stuff. We trying to discredit the ancestors and the master teachers for what? Is the government cash apping you every Friday for you to do this? Like what's going on? That's the only way I would do it. Like you better be paying me money to be doing some stuff like this. Why I got to lie like that for? Like is that don't even make no sense.
Don't even make no goddamn. All right. Uncle Chucky says the mutant gene that makes white skin is only 6,000 years old. Africans are millions of years old. You want to respond to that, Uncle Tootie?
Yeah, I'll go with that. I'm gonna disagree with the millions, but we do have an ancestry. The Khoisans and us have an ancestry of stone art that goes back to millions of years, with our hominid ancestors actually using stone tools. So yeah, I'm gonna agree with that.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna give them. I'm a we millions of years. You say that basically an exaggeration to say it was so many years nobody was there to count. I understand. You know what I'm saying? I give it 300,000. You know what I'm saying? As modern human beings, I say we've been here 300,000 years for sure, for sure. Um, we definitely got 100,000 years worth of evidence in South Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like Uncle Tahuti was just explaining. Uncle Chucky says the Greeks made everything mythology, even real history. All right, so Uncle Tahuti, when we talk about these netters, did the ancient Egyptians see the netters as literal and real?
Nah, it would be the opposite. They saw them as figurative and real. So none of the Neteru were literal. None of them. They were all real but figurative.
So you going with Jabari?
Yeah, I mean, think about it like this. If your car broke down, I done said this before too. If your car broke down, right? Who would you rather have work on your car? A mechanic that knows all the nomenclature, all the parts by name, but hates working on cars and hasn't worked on a car, Or are you going to pick the mechanic who loves working on cars, who has fixed cars, but doesn't necessarily know the nomenclature and all the names to the part? Who you going to pick to fix your car, bro?
All right. So the Apis bull, the Apis bull was a real bull, Uncle Tahuti. So is it possible that some netters were literal and some netters were figurative?
Nah. So with the Apis bull, that means that's another example of real and figurative, because a regular, not a regular bull, but that type of bull is now named Apis and a part of the divination system, which now by definition means that it can no longer be literal, because now you put in extra characteristics and attributes on the bull.
So you don't think the ancient Egyptians looked at the Apis bull like it had extra characteristics on it or to it?
Yeah, they had to, but that's what made it figurative, because all those characteristics, whether they real, literal, or metaphysical or metaphorical, they still are a part of the divination system, and they have a relationship with human beings too. So they related the Apis bull to them as far as identity and Ptah, Haru. Once you put another deity with another deity, right then and there, it is no longer literal.
All right, so this the dirty game that I think Egyptology can fuck you up with. All right. So back in them days, they didn't have terminologies like literal and figurative and touchy, feely versus spiritual. They didn't use those type of terminologies. So it only makes sense for them to think that all of this is real and literal because it will be one way. I feel like if you gonna draw a woman with the wing, with the wings, if you gonna draw the falcon on Tahuti's head or Saw's head, it to say that this is just figurative, this not real, they're using metaphors. To say that, that's what the Europeans said because they was blew away when they seen the shit and couldn't make it make sense. So I feel like that's going about it Champollion direction. Go ahead, Uncle Tootie.
Nah, because, well, all right. So two things when it comes. How can something be literal and real? Something can only be real and figurative.
Huh?
And likewise, something can't. I'm talking about at the same time simultaneously. So when we think about simultaneously, something cannot be real and literal.
Your car. Your car is real and literal.
Okay, but you know what I'm saying? That's double meaning. That's redundant. So you're not gonna say it's real literal. You just gonna either say it's real or literal. But now when we come to metaphysics and metaphors and figurative teachings, only then can it be both at the same time. So if we're gonna agree that the Neteru was literal, but we know that wasn't nobody walking around with a half animal head and a half human body, then we can all agree for a fact that okay, the Neteru were real, but they were figurative, meaning these figurative teachings have actual meanings to them, and you can actually, in reality, identify the Neteru. You can't touch them, feel them. They don't walk, and they don't do what they um, depicted to do literally, but we understand that Haru is representative of a falcon and a human taking characteristics of that falcon and doing things on earth in human endeavors.
So you look at the Netherus like Christians look at angels.
Nah, because angels not real at all. Angels are not real at all. And but here's the thing with Christians. Christians think that angels are literal and real at the same time. That's the difference between religion and spirituality. In spirituality, things are real and figurative, but when you come to Christianity, Islam, Judaism, now things are oddly real and literal at the same time. And then if you get in an argument, now it becomes all three. It becomes real, literal, and sometimes metaphorical. You see what I'm saying?
You crazy.
See, you can mess with spirituality when it comes to that, but you can't do that with Abrahamic religions, and that's the difference.
All right, Uncle Chucky says Netters were men who held certain principles. You agree with that, Uncle Tahuti?
Yeah, figuratively though. So you figuratively become Haru when you uphold to the principle of saving your fellow men from getting ambushed by some barbarians. You see what I'm saying? Now you become Haru, but that doesn't mean you grow falcon wings. That doesn't mean your head starts to turn into a lion or a falcon head. You still stay a human being, but you become the Neteru through your actions.
All right, all right. If you ask me my honest opinion, I think the ancient Egyptians, I think they looked at this. This is an argument for your side for what you're saying and Jabari's side. The argument for that could be they wrote the meta. They wrote in hieroglyphs. You clearly see the script has double meanings and triple meanings by the language. So there's not far fetched to say that these people could have double meanings and triple meanings for their symbols. For me, in my opinion, I feel like to them everything was one. So if it was figurative, it was literal too. If it was metaphorical, it was real too. I feel like the Apis bull, I feel like they divinated the Apis bull. I feel like they treated the Apis bull different because it was a netter. I feel like certain things they treated different because it was netter. It was a netter. You know what I'm saying? I feel like even with the bird, like we talk about the falcon, I believe they had some type of reverence or spiritual understanding of this falcon that always associated with a spiritual system. The same thing with the bull. So I think the ancient Egyptians thought everything was one. If this is this, if this is this, it's gonna come with it all. Like when you hear people say, everything is everything, when you hear our ancestors say everything is everything, I think that's the part of understanding that we missing, maybe because people feel like they debunked it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people feel like they debunk separating stuff and labeling. We got so many labels. We got so many categories that we didn't throw shit into. I feel like our ancestors looked at shit like everything was everything. Go ahead, Uncle Tui.
Yeah, I hear you on that. But again, if you gonna put everything in everything, that means you're no longer looking at it through a literal lens. You're definitely looking at it through a figurative lens because now your hair also becomes the wind and the dirt.
All
You
right,
know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna show you why it's still. I'm gonna show you why it's still literal. Because I said when they look at the bull and the falcon, when they looked at the bull and the falcon, I think they still revered these animals. You know what I'm saying? All because of their spiritual system. You know what I'm saying? That will make it literal also. Go ahead.
Right. Like I don't know if you ever took the time, you know what I'm saying, to look at like the definition of literal, but like when you literal, you got to be dead on and you can't put anything extra on it. So when you talking about a falcon, it can't have a name. If you going to say Haru is literal, then you gotta say, that's just a falcon now. It has no connection with me. It no longer has a connection with anything else. It's just a falcon, and now it's, you know, literal. But again, based on the definition, once you start adding extra things in there, now it changes from literal to figurative.
Yeah, so this basically this basically what I was saying. I feel like in today's age, I feel like we got watered down everything. Everything we got trying to put ourselves in those ancient times, we're watered down. We're behind the gun already. Because it's a gap. It's a time gap. We can't escape that. So with that being said, I feel like if they looking at it as everything is everything, if this bull or this falcon is a nutter, or if this falcon head is a nutter, that means it's an attribute. I feel like they held those types of birds and held that type of bull in high regard, period. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't playing with this, we ain't sacrificing this, we ain't killing this for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they held that in high regard all because of their spiritual system. Now, when you say when you say when you start adding all this stuff to it, it become that. I feel like only us as human beings in the 20th century or the 19th century or the 17th century, I feel like we started watering shit down and putting it in categories and oh, we can do this with this, we can do this with this. We're going off of somebody else thought on what they think on 4,000 years ago shit. You know what I'm saying? Like even when we come down to our own way of thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like for you to build pyramids and I hope the chat, I hope y'all ain't thinking I'm trying to spiritualize or spookyize our ancestors. I'm just saying the way that we think and the way that we categorize shit, like, oh, that's a bird, it's supposed to stay out there, leave it out there in the wild. Maybe our ancestors thought everything different. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's a bird. That motherfucker's supposed to be over here giving me knowledge. I got a note. I'm about to train this motherfucker and send it over. Like we become so watered down and so pampered that we don't look at nature how we supposed to look at nature, brother.
Man, you 100% right, Wavy. I mean, I know y'all don't listen to that Bible. What is in the Bible? It said we were talking to nature in the beginning, man. People think is by conversation, but that just means by communication, man. We talk to nature. You feel me? We use nature because us being human beings, we are part of nature. So that's all our ancestors are trying to show us, man. And when y'all say like the Netters are not real people, y'all must understand, man. The Netters are real people. These are our earliest ancestors. That's what they're praising, man. They're praising our earliest ancestors and the principles that these people stood on that made them gods. You feel me? And it is the same thing with these Christians talking about angels. And people are saying, oh, angels are not real people. Angels are real men. That's the Bible even says it. Everybody needs to understand all that spookism shit they saying and all that spirit shit. There is no ghost outside of anything, man. Everything is men. The netters are men, angels are men. When they're talking about God, God is a man. There's nothing outside of a man that is being created that does anything on earth. And everybody has to come to grips with that. Because at the end of the day, I feel like that's what nobody wants to come to grip with. Because as long as they can look outside of themselves and blame something, anything else outside of themselves, especially something invisible that can't nobody else see, they don't have to take responsibility for what's going on earth. Like every man stands up and really believes and understand that, oh, the spirit is within me, and I myself, I am the God, and I am responsible for everything on this earth. Like shit will really get better, man. You feel me? But nobody doesn't really want to do that. They want to put the responsibility on something invisible outside of themselves. There's nothing invisible out there. Everything you read in ancient times, like our ancestors, when you read Kemet and Egypt, like that's already diluted, wavy. That's already been diluted. They already searching it. They already done lost their way and they're trying to search their way back. That's why when people deal with Kemet, they be still so lost. Because Kemet was already lost.
Uncle Tahuti, you want to respond?
Yeah, that's what I said. I just got through giving a whole explanation of the difference between literal, real, and figurative. I don't know why we want to stay on literal and real as if we don't know the difference between how something can be not literal but real, just like you explained, right? So if you're going to say that there's things that are invisible, but even if you and I can see it as a black people, right? That would mean it's figurative. Now, does that mean it's fake? No, it's still real. I just explained that. Something can be figurative but real at the same time. Case in point, the divination of a Haru. The divination of a Haru means that you take on heroic attributes as a human being. It doesn't mean that you now start turning into a falcon because you do heroic things. That would be the difference between being spooky in your reality versus being figurative in your reality. It's still reality, but you know the difference between literal and figurative while still being real.
And at the same time, that right there would be what they consider in the church and in ancestor talk of taking on the spirit. Taking on the spirit is just taking on the attributes of a person who has done this first. That's all it is.
Another thing I want to point out too is we talk figurative amongst each other. So if our communication is constantly figurative, right? Then you could start to surmise what the Netcheru are. So if our speech and our communication is more so figurative, then the Netcheru now becomes more understandable for it to be figurative but real because again our figurative speech has real meaning to it. So if I say black people have no culture, that doesn't mean black people don't have culture. That means black people need to enhance their culture to get to where it's something that's noticeable and something that's meaningful.
Overstood, overstood. So Uncle Chucky, when you say Kemet is lost, Uncle Tahuti, you ain't take no reprimand of that.
Nah, man, I know they got to get their jabs in there. We already seen what happened to somebody when they take jabs, overextended jabs. What happened to them, man? We seen what happened to
Ah,
them. But just what I'm saying, like we got to stop the Kemet hate. Like, it's
No,
got to stop.
I don't hate Kemet. I don't hate Kemet, but I don't over glorify Kemet either. Because they have pyramids over there and white people, Europeans keep on pushing this shit in my face. I'm not gonna be fooled by that. That's the thing about that. I don't downplay Kemet, but I don't over glorify Kemet because there's just pyramids over there. You feel me? I'm not a fool. You're not gonna fool me and like I don't know like the real knowledge came from the Upper Nile, from Ethiopia. Like, you feel me? Y'all can show me all the pyramids and all the statues you want to. You can't fool me though. That's the thing about that. I'm not gonna over glorify that place. Like I said, that place was a diluted place. That's a place that when they came and they came in with their sin, the South always had to come and retake it over and make it back into a spiritual place because it kept on losing themselves because they keep on making outsiders from the North come in. That's what Kemet is. Like nobody's not really telling the truth that okay, Ethiopians and Nubians had to keep on coming over and taking back over Kemet because they kept on losing their way.
I ain't never seen Tahuti this quiet.
Nah, I mean he not really saying anything that's significant because while he trying to break apart Kemet and trying to say that it's isolated, the fact that anybody from the South helped Kemet just tells how strong it is. So like you're not really saying anything negative when you
I'm not
say
saying. Yeah,
Kemet
I'm not
got in
saying that.
trouble. All right. Okay. So
No,
if you're not saying
I'm not saying.
anything
I'm not saying
negative, you know
anything
why
negative.
I'm.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
I'm
You
not
know
saying
why I'm
anything
being
negative.
quiet, Super Wavy.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything negative. You feel me? He, like I said, see, he already know that's the truth. You feel me? You know what it is.
It's just we got to understand Kemet better because, and I do agree. Some people do want to only be Kemet this, Kemet that, and they want to separate it from the rest of Africa. But once these people who represent Kemet start to tell you that, hey, it started from the south, and Kemet is an amalgamation of all the other nations and people groups from Africa, then you gotta understand that they know for a fact that Kemet got in trouble sometimes. Kemet wasn't always a golden age, and Kemet did get help from its westerly and southern neighbors, as it should. If we all live in a house and you supposed to be guarding the front door, I'm supposed to be guarding the back door. If somebody breaks into the back door and it begins to start getting overwhelming, I'm supposed to get help from the front door.
Yeah,
See what I'm
I mean that.
saying?
I was just gonna say that's another lie that they bring in. Like, I always try to show people like Kemet, Nubia, and Libya was one nation, man. You feel me? Kemet was the political and spiritual center, man. Nubia was the army. I mean, excuse me. Nubia was what Libya was the army, and Nubia was the merchants that was provided everything that Kemet used to build themselves up. I mean, they were one nation at the end of the day. That is the Europeans that came and labeled these places Libya, Kemet, and Kush, and made us put that shit in our mind that these are three separate nations. When in reality, like you just said to Hootie, these are actually one people.
Yeah, we gotta stop. I think what it is people trying to try to keep the Europeans safe and happy by saying that Kemet was just a isolated area that was multi diverse. That's the most disingenuous thing I ever heard in my life. When people try to sneak jab and say, "Oh, Kemet was diverse," or Kemet was this, they you know what they trying to do. But hey, super wavy. What's that? What's the topic you was working on? I want to talk back more about that, about the African science thing, man.
Uncle Chucky, Uncle Chucky just come in and shut shit down, man. We ain't talking about Egypt today. Shit dead. You niggas lost. Egypt was polluted. Nigga, you lost your way.
I mean, they know that, man. I like it's not a big deal. I mean, they know that Komet fell. I tell them all of that. Komet fell, man. You feel me? If Komet didn't lose their way, they would have fell. I'm not saying anything wrong. It's not negative. It's just reality that everybody got to deal with. You feel me? Everybody got something in reality that they don't like, a truth that they got to deal with, man.
You might you might be a victim on the next episode of Tahuti Podcast, Uncle Chucky. You don't even know it.
Hey,
But
he say he don't glorify Komet. He say he don't glorify Komet, so he shouldn't have no problem with anything I'm saying.
there we go. There we go, right there. All right, so Uncle Chucky, I know you heard a little bit of the conversation. You definitely heard we talked about this before with the Eurocentric way of thinking, the stinking thinking. Uh give us your input on that. Black people using the Eurocentric thinking as they frontal gun. You there, Uncle Chucky?
Yeah, I heard you already know, Wavy. I always say that, man. I don't even blame him too much, man. Cause like I said, I grew up in America too. and I understand like what somebody is doing to you when you go to a school from a little child that is telling you certain things. You feel me? Even as an adult, when you understand them shit is wrong, you might not really understand like the process of what you've gone through. Like you've been programmed to think a certain way about certain people. You feel me? You really have to really reprogram yourself. And that's why I tell black people when I talk, they make it seem like, oh, you're about all black everything. I'm like, damn right. That's the only way you have to reprogram your mind is to be all black everything because you were programmed to be all white everything. That's how
Ah,
you were programmed. So in order to balance yourself out properly, you have to be all black and everything. Feel me? When you're all black and everything, then you can pick out the truth. It's not that you're racist and you're really gonna be all black everything, but then when you put black people first, then you can really see what the truth is. Because you have to balance out, because that's what you're programmed to do. So that Eurocentric thing, everybody really feeds off of it in one way or another because it's the Europeans that are pushing the education out into the world. So even when you think you're receiving something that it seems black and it seems like, oh, it's against Europeans, it's really something just to slow you down, to not really get to the goal that you're supposed to get to.
that's a fact.
Well, this is what I always tell people, right? I said, like, if you really want to, and I'm not singling anybody out on this panel, but I'm just saying in general, the pushback against the complaint of blackology. When it really boiled down to it, if you're not practicing blackology, you practicing whiteology. When it comes to this matter, there is no neutral because when there's a problem between two um, sides, and one side is an antagonist and one side is always on the defense, if you play neutral, you are on the side of the offender. There is no neutral when you see two sides going against each other and you belong on either other side.
You are correct, sir. The Bible speaks of it when God said He would rather you be hot or cold, and you would not be lukewarm. Because if you're lukewarm, He's gonna vomit you out of His mouth. There is no gray area in life.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of there, yes, there is no gray area. That's what I said. Like once people say, race don't exist, or I'm for both sides, then I'm gonna say, yeah, your race is gray. You're a gray race. You are the gray race now.
All right, so let's switch it up a little bit. All right, so we have brothers, and it's been going on for over 10, 15, 20 years. You have brothers that is being born and raised in areas like Chicago and California and other places like Fort Worth, Gary, Indiana, Memphis, Atlanta. We got brothers being born in places where crime is so deep in where they at. Gun violence is so deep in where they at that it's like you become a robot to your circumstances. You become a product of your environment when we talking about you growing up, your friend died to a rival gang, your cousin died to a rival gang, your other friend died to a rival gang. Next thing you know, you got 20 dead homies. And it's like, what are you supposed to do? Like how it's like being put into a matrix. This is the natural way of things. If I'm going to school, I'm seeing people shoot out at us, people shoot at us, I'm gonna get a gun. If my cousin die from some niggas that stay up the street, I'm gonna revenge my cousin's death. If they take out three of my homies throughout my 4 years at high school, if somebody take out three of my homies out through my 4 years at high school, how am I not gonna want to get some get back? When we look at stories like Lil Durk, and I'm gonna do a whole show on Lil Durk, but when we look at stuff like that, it seemed like it's too far to the pressure is built up so far to a National Guard ain't gonna stop shit. FBI ain't gonna stop shit. How do y'all feel about that?
Well, to me, I'll just say for that, like, people don't even know, man. Like, for them young kids that be doing all that shit, man, it ain't even on them, man. Like you said, man. Like they're being programmed for this shit. You feel me? It's like a life already lost as soon as it gets alive. You feel me? So it's the leaders of this world and the leaders of this country that's gonna be judged for all that shit at the end of the day, man. You feel me? That them people ain't gonna be counted for nothing, man. Like them children never even had a fucking chance to live their life. You feel me? And that's the reality of the fact. When they sit down, they be sitting down or talk about, oh, these people are going to hell. These are evil people. That's bullshit, man. You know who the evil people really are, man? The people who are good in fucking life and still greedy, man, sitting back and watching everybody suffer. That's who the evil
Mm,
people is, man. That's the
mm.
reality of it. You feel me? Everybody who you see out here suffering and they poor and they're people calling them ignorant and they don't know no better, man. These are the people who God come to save, man. These are God's people, man. Don't even let the fucking these evil people fool you who are above us, man. You feel me? They're the evil people. Because you must understand, Jesus already told you, man, the woman who gave a penny, it gave more than the man who gave a fucking $1,000,000, man. If you understand what that means, man. You feel me? That's what I gotta say about that.
Uncle Tahuti, you want to say something?
Yeah, I definitely think that that's a problem that the FBI and the government made themselves. They created the culture, and they knew that that culture was going to come out of not only chattel slavery but Jim Crow and civil rights. Because once you see your civil rights leaders go down, once you see the Black Panther Party go down and us go down and dismantle, what's to come is the street gang. You can have one part of the street gang saying we're going to revive the Black Panther Party, but you can have another side of the street gang that says, you know what, we gonna show these white people that we're the better black people, or we just gonna kill each other for the sake of white people and propaganda and stuff like that. Obviously, that's not a conscious thought, but people are doing these actions to keep us divided, even out of the fact that they engineered the FBI and all that and engineered this stuff. So, and it's going to be a reckoning too. I think they know it's going to come. They know they want to occupy the streets. They want to put us under a martial law. It's all by design anyway.
Yeah, I don't think money is the root of all evil. I think trying to attain it illegally is the root of all evil. You know what I'm saying? I think when we go back and look at like it's a saying in Chicago, uh we don't live we don't live to be 35 and 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? They already know their life expectancy is between 25 and 28, 19 and 28. They already know their life expectancy. It kind of becomes a point where it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. You see more people moving into O Block, more people moving into Parkway Gardens, more people moving into 63rd and having kids. And it's like the easiest thing for somebody to say is get away from there. The easiest thing to tell somebody staying in Compton or somebody staying on the 60s is say, get away from there. You know what I'm saying? But when you ain't got the finances, you know what I'm saying, and you don't know what it's like to move across, like that's a we call them boss moves, to move to move to the other side of the country and you don't know nobody, or to come move down here to Texas from California or from anywhere and you don't know nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's a life changing event. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I look at situations like Chicago, it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I'm saying? These places still got apartments. They still and like Uncle Tahuti said, the FBI and the government started this. That's a fact. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? They ain't getting these guns from nowhere. They not getting these switches from nowhere. Who told you black people created a switch? Who told you black people was the first people that put a extension or a switch on the gun? We learning that from somebody, and we getting them tools from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Whether they drop the train off in the hood, cut that bitch off, you know what I'm saying, and drop a lead, or how else. But when we talk about gun violence in America, specifically black on black violence, um, we all being set up to fail. You know what I'm saying? When I look at people like Lil Durk, and it's a difference from like when we talk about like King Von, it's a difference, and we don't know what King Von was thinking. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if King Von was like, man, these niggas took my homies. You got to be traumatized to lay in a nigga bushes or wake up 4 o'clock in the morning and go try to shoot somebody, then go to school at 6 and 7. You got to be traumatized. Your mind got to be in Grand Theft Auto mode and Call of Duty mode. You know what I'm saying? There's no respect for human life. But when we look at somebody like Lil Durk, um, he was with his cousin Newski. He go into the mall to grab some shoes, and some dudes shoot up his car. His cousin is in his car. So a 5 minute time difference, they could have Dirk couldn't have been here. You know what I'm saying? But just from past Newski, you see him lose L.A. Capone. You see him lose his brother D Thing. You see him lose J Money. You see more people around you dying, and it's like this. This how California put it. If you a head nigga in your hood, you a trophy. And what do you do with trophies? You put them on a shelf. So they taking this whole life thing as a game. You know what I'm saying? This shit became a sport. You know what I'm saying? And as much as you calculate looking at this nigga Instagram, looking at every picture, oh, he at this address, or let me go steal this car to try to go find him, or let me keep looking at his Instagram to see if he drop a location on accident. Let me go through his Facebook. Let me try to lay in his bushes. You know, you could have took all that talent and could have been something else, professional. Like it seems like, bro, with the lack of resources, we are specializing in different ways that is hurting us.
Right, definitely. And it's all about our upbringing, the environment that we're in. It's everything's a factor, especially when we're in America. Like this is not our place, so everything is a factor. Even the fact I want to point out that it's not this is not the case for every black on black crime incident, especially dealing with hip hop. But you gotta think and realize that it's people, and when I say it's people, these authority figures, it's authority figures like the FBI that'll pay somebody to put on blue and go shoot somebody in red just because they're a rapper, and vice versa. And then you obviously got people who just will kill a rapper because they really you know what I'm saying, they got the gang rivalry going on and they want to make a name for themselves. So it's like it's on all fronts.
And when you look at they 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 saying Lil Durk signed a new deal for $30 million, and he just started putting, the feds is saying that he had a bounty on every GD head in Chicago, or he put a bounty on all the O Block because they didn't slide for King Von. When you hear stuff like that, and he paying $50,000 and $40,000 for for murder for hires. When you hear that type of stuff, it's like I can't say that I blame. It's hard. It is hard. You gotta be you gotta be a weenie ass. You gotta be a square ass nigga to say nah. Lil Durk should have just letting everybody around him kept getting killed. You clearly see you being targeted. You clearly see you being targeted and everybody around you dropping like flies. You clearly see this. The whole world see this. And to say, oh nah, Lil Durk, you was supposed to take that $30 million and move and go live happily ever after. I'm supposed to go live happily ever after with all my people gone, knowing that I'm still a trophy even 10 years from now. I don't know. I feel like Lil Durk was damned if he did, damned if he didn't. For the people that don't know, they accusing Lil Durk of they about to say it's a third murder for hire. So basically 3 murders for hire. I don't know if California, I don't know if Chicago got the death penalty, but it'd be hard pressed for your ass to get found guilty of 3 murders for hires and they don't try to go for that. So I don't know. I feel like it's definitely a lesson to be learned, but there is no solution to the overall problem when we talk about the GDs versus the BDs in Chicago.
I don't know the intricacies about that rapper specifically, but you know about the hip hop cops, right? What they call the hip hop cops.
Right.
So they are really a thing, and they actually specialize in how do I want to call it? It's an actual word. What they do is they cause chaos, and they pretty much cause problems in between rappers. So you already know you got the battle rap stage, but the hip hop cops is to take anything that you say on record and try to use it against you in a way to cause conflict with either other rappers or gang groups. And that's on top of pursuing people who got cases and talking about it when they songs and stuff like that. So it's a multifaceted weapon that they got after they done designed the whole thing of drill trap. They designed the whole thing of gang life. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. When you can't get a job, you can't do this, you can't do that. You have no choice but to, and this is if you don't have the right role models. You know what I'm saying? If you come from a broken family, you're gonna end up 9 times out of 10 like that. There's situations to where people don't have anything going for them, and they end up being, you know, successful professionals. But the chances are you're gonna end up in the situation based on what they already designed.
You want to jump in there, Uncle Chucky? All right, I seen Uncle Chucky was on the move. All right, yeah, man. So yeah, I'm gonna do a whole show, do a deep dive, give y'all the whole background story on the Lil Durk situation. Um, Uncle Tahuti, how you feel about uh murder for hires and snitching? Like, how you feel about murder, paying somebody to murder somebody, and the killer tell on you to get less time than you? How you feel about all of that?
Again, that's definitely, that's something that falls back on them because who has the resources to pay for that? Okay, and then even if you want to go to hip hop and what I'm saying, mainstream hip hop, let's just say the beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar got so bad that now it escalated to people getting killed, whatever the case may be. Still, the whole fact that it got to that level is because all this is by design. we can't sit here and say that, oh, everything is happening because, we're bad people. Nah, this stuff is happening because we do bad things as a people, but these people got full control over everything that happens. So once anything that's said on record escalates to murder for hires, this other stuff, whatever the case may be, that they probably festered that up. They were probably the sources of that, and then they let it fester up to where it got now.
Right, right. Create it, watch it play out, sweep it all up, clean it all up.
Again, guess who they was doing that with back in ancient times? Guess who they did that with?
Go ahead.
They did that with uh the Persians and the Committee U. So the Committee U and the Persians had a conflict. They got into their conflict, and once um things start to settle after the ruins of the conflict, that's when the Greeks came in. So the same thing is reflecting in him. That's the only way they can beat us and get us to act like this is if they have some type of involvement in it in some form or fashion. And I'm not saying that, we're victims. I'm saying that stuff like this is escalated by design. We're always going to have problems with each other. We're always going to have, disputes amongst each other. But black on black crime escalates to the point of, damn near, high stats because it's by design. They got the drill trap culture. They got, people hate themselves more than they hate the enemy. Like if anybody should be killing anybody, who do you think it should be? We should be paying people to kill racists, right? We shouldn't be paying people to kill another rapper who just said something so he can go platinum. Let's be for real.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Uncle Tahuti spitting that game right there. Uncle Tahuti is spitting that game right there. Uncle Chucky, you still there? Where's Uncle Efi at, man? Let me call. Hey, Uncle Chucky, you witnessing this? Uncle Efi, he ain't. He seemed unresponsive. I'm about to call him one more time. I'm calling Uncle Efi one more time, letting him know Uncle Tahuti is here in the flesh.
I thought y'all was trying to set me up, man, because y'all was so eager to have this encounter after we done already had it in the group chat. I'm like, what's going on, man? You should make a thumbnail for it just to see how many people will watch it. Just make a thumbnail for it, and if it happens, it happens. The point is, you got more viewers next time you go live.
Crazy. All right, Uncle Efi, you ain't answer. I guess you running from Uncle Tahuti. I don't know what to call it, but man, we about to get up out of here. Uncle Tahuti. So you going with Uncle Jabari against Uncle Reggie? Ah.
Yeah, I'm going with the mechanic who knows how to fix cars, who has been fixing cars. He just don't know the name of the parts.
And you saying Uncle Reggie, he ain't even in the shop.
Right. He studied meta nature, but he don't want to practice spirituality or he don't want to be comedic. And that's why I call Reggie. I got a name for everybody. That's why I call Reggie the comedic expert that doesn't want to be comedic. Imagine that.
Ah, ah. All right,
So in
man.
other words,
Go ahead,
he's
Uncle
the
Tahuti.
certified mechanic that doesn't want to work on cars, while Jabari is the uncertified mechanic who knows how to work on cars and has a track record for fixing people's cars. Think about that, man.
Damn, that's disrespectful. Hey, Uncle Reggie gonna be on your top. When your next show though? Shout out your next show and your channel.
I'm going live tomorrow noon. I know that's probably early for people on Saturdays, but I got a busy day tomorrow, so I got to get it out the way. It's about Canaanite Carthage. I'm gonna put that history together. If you guys are unfamiliar with Canaanite Carthage, the Romans burnt Carthage to the ground. There's no records. The only historical records of Canaanite Carthage is what the Greeks and the Romans wrote about it, and you have some Kemetic text. But other than that, I got a piece together, Canaanite Carthage history.
Yeah, I know what time it is. Let me ask you this: when they say Canaanite, are they basically saying uh are these are is the original Canaanites African?
Yeah, so the original Canaanites are definitely African. Um, what happened was the Assyrians were starting to flood into Canaan after the Middle Babylonian period. After the Middle Babylonian period, they overran Babylon, overtook Akkad and Assyria, and then it spilled over into Canaan. So Canaan, the Canaanites had to go to North Africa via the sea and establish a new territory called Carthage. So there they link up with the Meshwesh, the ancient Libyans, and they developed Carthage. So yeah, and then Canaan is part of the even Europeans in the Bible acknowledges the Canaanites as black because remember you got the curse, the Hamitic curse.
Right. Right. That's a fact. That's a fact. All right, man. We about to get out of here. Hey, y'all have a great Friday night. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great Friday night. Spend time with the family. If you're going out, be safe. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Rent is coming up, so don't spend too much bread. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the kids are safe. And we is out of here. All right, Uncle Chucky. We gone. Do I have theme music today? Uh, do I have theme music? Yes, we do have things.
That's when you cold. Good gas in the old.